Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Thank you so much, man. Good morning, y'all. Just finished my workout. Wanted to come in. I got a word for somebody. I'm not sure who it is. I'm pretty sure all of you will be able to apply it to some part of your life, but there's someone that really needs to hear this. And I'm not going to be too long this morning. I'm going to make sure I say it quick. Today's Friday. Today is Friday. The quantity I can say it probably is for you. Today's Friday, so it's family day. So I'm about to head to the house, and Natasha and I and Harvest are going to go spend the whole day together. All right, so this is what I saw. All right, how many of you realize that God is giving you everything that you need to succeed in this life? Okay, that's my first thing. How many of you know that God is giving you everything that you need to succeed in this life? God is giving you everything that you need to succeed in this life. This is y'all, sometimes I get visuals. This is the visual that I saw. I literally saw a bowl of ingredients, and in this bowl of ingredients was the beginning phase of something being created and being cooked. And it represented, this bowl of ingredients represented everything that God has already invested inside of you, everything that God has already put within you. The Bible even talks about how God has given us everything that we need and pertains to wisdom and godliness. Many of us recognize the gifts and abilities that are on our life, the purpose of God upon our life. Many of us are even very well matured in realizing our destinies. But at any point in progression towards a new level of authority, we begin to second guess God's call upon our life. We begin to second guess God's skills and God's abilities. And did he really say that? Did he really say I can do that? Did he really say that I'll be able to accomplish that? And what I began to see on this table was this bowl of ingredients. And the word of the Lord that I began to hear is that it is time for execution. That you've been staring at your abilities, you've been staring at your skills, you've been staring at your ideas, you've been staring at your thoughts, and you've been sitting there just looking at it and saying, man, but this is what God said. God said that the thing is, it's not that you are fearful of executing, but you're fearful of it not turning out the way you think it should. You're fearful of putting those ingredients into that bowl, putting it into the oven, and that when it comes out of the oven and it is fully cooked, that it will not be what you thought it would be, that it will not turn into the thing that you want it to turn into. And I want to tell you today that it is not up to you to worry about the results. It is up to you to simply execute and be obedient with what God has already invested inside of you. And it is God's responsibility to use it for his glory. It is not your responsibility to worry about what it's going to look like, what it's going to sound like, what it's going to be like, how is it going to feel, how are people going to respond to this, what are people's opinions, what are people's thoughts. It is your responsibility to be obedient and let God deal with the results. Let God deal with the results. One of the powerful songs that I love listening to is that God is pushing back the darkness in the name of Jesus. I can't sing, y'all, please forgive me, but that's what's happening. You got to begin to push back these dark thoughts and know that God is fighting for you, that God has already taken that place of despair and discouragement and frustration, and all he's asking you to do is one thing: execute. All he's asking you to do is do it. All he's asking you to do is take what he's given you and let him turn it into a masterpiece. God is the master baker. You're simply the assistant chef. You're the assistant to the sous chef. You're the assistant to the master chef. So at the end of the day, he's going to be the one that turns it into the masterful piece that it needs to be. So don't be fearful. I break the spirit of fear off of you right now. The fear of not getting the results you desire to get. The fear of it not looking the way you want it to look. The fear of it not turning out the way you want it to turn out. I break the spirit that will make you look at the outcome as something that wasn't not as good as you thought it was going to be, but that you would trust the Spirit of God to do what he needs to do, that he is bigger, he is better, he is stronger, he is faster, and he is smarter and more intelligent than you could ever be on your best day. You need to trust God again. Take what he has given you, take what he's invested in you, put it in the oven, and and let him cook it. Let him do what he wants to do. Let it go through the process and trust that he will bring out the results that he desires for it to be. Because remember, it's not about you, boo-boo. It's not about you, Ray. It's not about you. It's about his kingdom. It's about his kingdom. It's about his kingdom. So it don't matter. He can take your past. He can take your jacked up decisions. He can take your missing powerful moments. He can take you not getting your school degree. He can take all the things you feel like you've done to make it where you're not qualified to be the thing he called you to be. Let him take it and use it for his glory. Let him redeem it. I'm stirred up this morning, y'all. I gotta get in my car because I'm over here just going in the parking lot. Folks staring at me. They getting a word too. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You need a word too. You need a word. Let God redeem it. Let God redeem it. Why y'all so fearful of letting God have it so he can redeem it? That's my encouragement to you. So number one, the Spirit of God is saying, I am calling you into a season of execution, that you will begin to take the things that I've already invested in giving you, and you will trust me to turn it into a masterpiece. You will take the strategies, you will take the ideas, you will take the skills and the abilities, and you will begin to allow me to turn it into a thing that you don't know what it can be. That's number one. Number two, I'm breaking the spirit of the fear off of you that will cause you to be controlling and manipulating my process. I'm breaking the spirit off of you that will cause you to try to feel like you got to be in part and you got to do everything and do it all. That's why I died on the cross for you, to break that spirit off of you that will make you feel like you got to be a part of every single thing in order for it to come out the way you need it to come out. God says to you this morning that I am the God of your process, and I am the God of your journey, and I am the God of your destiny, and you simply are my co-laborer. So stop trying to be me and let me be God in your life, and let me have the parts of you that you are fearful of giving up. Let me redeem the parts of you that you're fearful of shining through. Let me have the parts of you that you're fearful of letting others into, because when you let me in, then I can begin to do in you what no one else can. Even yourself can't do this for you, says God, for I am calling you to a new place of authority, to a new place of dominion. But I need you to do one thing. I need you to let go and let me have it. Let me redeem it for my glory, says God. For this is a new day and a new hour where I am awakening and arising those who are dwelling in their weaknesses so I can turn it into their strength, says God. This is a new season. This is a new place. You're not where you used to be. You're going into a new dominion, and I need you to have a new level of authority that trusts in me. You got to trust him. You got to trust him. You got to trust him. So I'm not sure who this was for. Okay, I'm done. But I saw that. Number one, it's time to execute. Number two, it's time to stop fearing results and the outcome. I don't know what that was the biggest piece. Like you literally, I just see someone putting in the oven and saying, oh, I don't know what it's going to turn out. I don't know if I did it right. I don't know if I put the right ingredient. I don't know if I put enough in there. I don't know. And you over just freaking out, It's called childlike faith. God can turn your messed up junk and he can use it for his glory. Put it in the oven and let God turn it into what you could never turn it into on your own. Stop procrastinating. There are people that are dying. There are people that are going to hell that need what is on your life. They need to hear what you have gone through. They need to know what you've experienced. They need your wisdom. They need what is inside of you. Stop procrastinating and let God redeem it for his glory. Stop being ashamed of it. Stop being fearful of it. Stop being discouraged by it. Stop living in regret and let God redeem it. Let God redeem it. All right. All right, so that's my word for you. Laquan says, I've never been a good baker, but I'm putting this thing in the oven. Come on, put it in the oven. Put it in the oven and let God have it. And I guarantee you, I'm not going to lie to you, the waiting period of it being done and cooked may take some time, but you got to be okay. All right. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Blessings to you. I'll see y'all later. And may God continue to increase you and bless you. And may his word be over you today. Don't fail. Don't quit. Don't give in. May the Spirit of God rest on you to do what he's called you to do. Put it in the oven. 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 Peace out, guys. Love you.